now they're fighting for scraps, while it's our guys that are in the mid-pack that are finding their come up.
Yeah, which makes things, again, very, very interesting. And looking at this plane path, as far as interesting, fairly vanilla. Nice little cross the for the most part of the middle.
It's about as vanilla as you can mathematically get. I guess maybe if it was like 100 meters further down, then maybe it would be straight up into this one.
But again, in a final situation, as much as I've kind of made the transition from a player to caster, and like I used to hate seeing those circles, and now I kind of like seeing those circles because it's really fun and kind of leaning into that agent of casting. In a grand final setting like this, I almost want the planes to be a little more even, the circles to be a little more even, so that teams can truly flex and play they want. We can see kind of who's going to come out on top. At the same time, seeing which team can also adapt to these really awful situations is exciting as well. And so far, it's been a good mix of circles. This grand finals has been wonderful.
You need a mix of both, in my opinion.
You do need a mix of both.
If you just get the centered circles into centered circles,
that's like a little stale.
I mean, yeah, you need to see the best prove that they're the best. And even if it's just, I don't know, finding a way to pick up a point here or there by sending somebody to the shack, or finding your solo man trying to pick up a couple more kills as he's moving down the hillside. All of these things are going to be what stack up and showcase the fact of who's going to be the best at the end of PGC. Just waiting now for the circle that's going to be popping. And what?
A La Cabrera circle. That's actually one we have not seen in a while.
Regroup's going to come out. Do you know the fact that Nootropic is on the opposite side of mine? Got some close friends here. And yeah, Necro, we know you're pretty good, but that was just too much in the hands of mine. You weren't going to get away with that one. And now, Troglodytes, what are you going to commit into, as they are being more aggressive with this than I thought that they would be after losing a member? Soniqs do have some good sight lines to play from, but notice that most of the teams that are playing around the outside of Cabrera also do have some vision on what's going on over here as well. AKM taking the shots into Nootropic, and Troglodytes is getting closer moment by moment, but it's going to be Shrimps that gets knocked into Hello Senpai, as it looks like they're finding more opportunity into this. Now it's just going to be Lamp-A-Lot, the last one alive in this position.
Soniqs now starting to get some points here. We obviously saw that first kill from Mime, finding one, and now Shrimsy, so they're starting to accrue points, and this is kind of something that I feel like Yellow Jackets will learn.
So as we've seen the circle pop, it's just going to be Stranglehold that's now set up from E United. You can see playing all around them. There's no way that Yellow Jackets can get out of this easily. The circle did shift and still keeps some of Cabrera in play, but it's mostly those hillsides that are going to be a continual factor, as Yo is still around that 22 position. To the north, we're going to have Rumblers move. We're going to have Soniqs that could gatekeep them out, depending on how Valiant is keeping this eye. And it's just a continual, I guess, erosion of the Yellow Jackets over here. It's not going to be fast. It's just a continual, okay, get this one, get this one, get this one. And
that nade's going to kill him. That nade was so juice. That was perfect. And yeah, United, I mean, clean wipes Yellow Jackets. They will have to move probably at the next shift.
But by comparison to Yoho, who's got a pretty centered position right now. Sure, they are weakened and they have a team that's right next to them in 22, but both these teams are wanting to go for the late game, so inadvertently could end up defending each other.
3 up. I mean, Yoho is still in a really good spot. Obviously, 22 is in a very desirable spot as well. The rest of the teams in the south, I mean, SDK, again, everyone's in. It's just to what degree. Trog tried to make a dash for the center. They've obviously gotten ripped up. Soniqs now just kind of looking ahead. They know they have a position to play now, but they are going to have to take out the Rumblers specifically as well if they want to make a push on Just Too Easy without getting third-partied.
Lots of shots coming into Rumblers right now as they drop off 2 and send 2 more a lot closer into Soniqs' positioning. It's going to be an uphill battle for that, all considered, but I mean, it does look like they're committing into this push. Rumblers trying to make their way through this one, but it's gonna be just too easy. That's going to be pepper shots onto the side of them. See, I would accept it if people were like, oh, look at them, such snakes. But okay. Now, Rumblers, blue zone coming in. This is a very not much to work with here, and you can see Soniqs knows it. It's just a grenade firing line that's coming out, and Corsac does hold up with the nades, man. There's just too many of them. Soniqs managed to pick that one up.
And you, let me tell you, if you are MVP hunting, you hate to see Tig just pick up 3 or 4.
That is true. That is true. That's going to make it much harder for everybody else. The circle, though, is also going to make it harder for Soniqs, as it is still leading with about half of it in Cabrera.
Yeah, this is a really hard shift, and now the teams that were safe, Yoho's not even in the circle
AKM! Oh, Kurt!
Done, Kurt.
Good God, that was a clean push in, and AKM may have had this, but now Martinson what you got to do, you're surrounded by shoot-to-kill members, make the push around 1. Does manage to get down to 12. I mean, we've been talking about Martinson has been finding himself more opportunities. Problem with it is Penta's got an angle on one side. Ayla's coming in with a shotgun, misses him.
Oh my goodness, they're
just
passing each other in all the smoke.
They're bumping into each other with shoulders.
It's so difficult to see in the smoke, and now he's getting shot from the outside as well. Teams like a Cresce just peppering the smoke.
It's shotgun v shotgun.
Oh, I think he got the molly off.
There we go.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked. They're gonna try to get Luke up here. There's so much fire in this building.
Ayla better be careful. Just narrowly alive there. The other members for AKM are still inside of Cabrera. They keep trying to move out, but it's going to be a crash. It's just too easy to keep stopping them from providing any reinforcements.
And look at the way that E United is slowly towing that line in the middle. They're rotating in. They're just so careful.
Oh, this is huge. You've got E United that's making the send in onto 22's position. At the same time that Yoho is making the push as well. There is going to be a lot of teams that have vision on what's going to be happening. E United wasn't aware of how much this is going to be popping off, as it's going to be Troglodytes that has vision. They now have to turn away from this one as Yoho is trying to fend up, but 22 is doing such a good job of holding down. We talked about it. This is an area you do not want to push unless you absolutely have to.
This is so precarious though, because 22 is sharing a compound with Yoho, and then E United right on the other side of that. They have lost Flood, so he will be flushed and down. The potential to get Relo might be there. He is smoked out, but this is dangerous because if this fight pops out, pops off in either way, one of those teams can get third-partied instantly.
So, E United can't move because of Troglodytes. Troglodytes can't move because of Soniqs positioning. Nobody from Yoho or 22 can move because they were just getting shot by E United. So it's just a cascade of different things that's going to be going on right now. STK does get some vision on what's going on with Just Too Easy, but Soniqs is the big moving factor. Depending on how they're wanting to commit into this, that could open up other movements for the squads around them. Circle does still keep Cabrera inside.
Pulling away from the Sonic and E United and 22 and Yoho. Those teams have been, not so much 22 and Yoho this recently, but EU and Soniqs have been chasing the circle this whole time, and Haven is going to find the knock on Punij, and this is a very important fight.
So now Yoho moving into this position, trying to make the pushes, comes out and went down on both sides of it. You can see, realize the fact that they're going to have to make the move, so they realize they're going to have to make the committal soon. E United's using this opportunity to make the push into Troglodytes while this is happening. So cascading now starting to come up, and you just got to get up in the face of the people that are going to be around you. Troglodytes does go down. So now whoever wins this fight might have an opportunity to move, but it's too compacted. The way that we've seen this lined up, you can see Yoho can't find an easy opportunity to move into this. While this is happening, E United on the outside has realized what's going to be happening. A quick exchange between the two of them, as now it is just Shinboy trying to make his move through this one, realizing the fact that there are tons of targets in front of him, tries to go for the spray around, but holding down a sneaky spot.
They died at the same exact time. So now Soniqs knows that the only real threat in the top 4 still alive is gas cans.
What?
Maybe?
What? Is everybody just so busy shooting each other?
Out of trouble now.
Well, I mean, you can see Soniqs now looking at a 22, so, okay, while Troglodytes is gone, they now have a new target, and it's going to be in front of them. 22 with just, I mean, how do you even move into this? You've got Soniqs that's got themselves a controlled area to play from. Sone's coming in. Balkan, you guys put up a good fight, but it's going to be over right here.
The problem for 22 is they just had to deal with that very messy and very costly fight between Yoho, and they just didn't have enough time to get out. Plus, Soniqs was already so ready for that, as well as SDK. And although RBN does make it out, you have to imagine his chances of survival are okay. I'm glad I brought that up when I did.
And tons of voting coupons are breathing a sigh of relief right now.
Oh, look at that spot from D4. You also have to remember that gas cans, at the very least, they did what they wanted to do, and they accomplished just crossing, right? Crossing and surviving with 4. But now they still have to deal with this, and Waikikabuka are going to find a massive knock.
It's going to be Ali on the other side that gets a knock, but that does reveal position. Like this gas can going ahead and picking up, realize the fact that they're going to have to make the move. Ali on already about half life, trying to move away from it, and I mean, they're doing, gas cans are fighting with everything they've got.
Yep, everything they got.
Oh, that box.
Carried him in. Oh, that was close, yeah. Nico's carried him in, and now they're providing cover. Kikamukau is going to get res. They're now still 4 strong, and they just have to push this one member to take over this entire south position. Purdy, may have tried to jump out of a car too early. Oh, no.
That's a big problem. Ali now moving up the top of these boxes is going to get spotted. Does get a knock onto it, but this should give gas cans enough time.
Very nice from gas cans.
Hops inside. You can see it was going to be Purdy trying to move the vehicle. That does get spotted out. Now it's going to be STK with just 3 members up and Luke moving closer by the second.
This is looking more and more so like Soniqs are starting to find themselves, but as I say that, Luke 12 is going to step over and he's going to find a knock on a Shrimzy.
But it's going to be gas cans. White kick and Mukau now taking shots at Luke. He has to drop down, and then throwables come out from Sonic's side. STK now finding themselves in a ton of trouble. 2 members from STK still need to move into the safe zone, and there is no cover to be had. They were hoping that Luke could get the damage into this one, but it's going to be Mime that does pick that one up. Gas cans doesn't manage to steal it.
15 kills.
Yeah, this is a problem for everybody else that was in the chase for the top right now, Godspeed. But I love the heart coming out.
They're trying.
They're trying so hard. But here in a second, they're going to lose the smidgen of hill that they've got to cover. And Alo says, yeah, it's just not going to work. There's no point giving Sonics more points.
But at the very least, one of those grenades, if they could have got a knock for Sonics, that could have opened the door for Gas.
But this is also very big because gas cans were back and forth. Well, I mean, you saw STK was trying to assault into gas cans' position on the leaderboard. So they didn't want to risk losing one of those points go over them. Now, Sonics, though, they get to move down the hillside and they get control over Central. Mime's counter moving into the smoke. This is turning extremely close range between the two. It's all about how much longer this utility can last. You can see that smoke is starting to go down. Molotov's now coming out. I like this deny out the cover, but it's going to be Mime onto one angle that does get the knock on Adam and the flush as well. Nikos is down on the opposite side of it, so just 2 members of gas cans. It's going to be White Kick and Mukau on one side of it, looking into what's going to be going.
Sonics have to be
does
careful.
Go down though, so the way that this is lined up, gas cans might be able to find some new angles into it. Gets the spray in. Shrimzy's taking a lot of damage. Mukau trying to make this one work. He's got the rock, but they know. Sonics know that he's here. How are the peaks going to be coming through? He's all up by himself. Looking it out. Trying to play it slow. Trying to play it patient. Just moves around the rock. Such a hard attempt, but 19 kills, Godspeed.
That was a hell of an effort there coming out.
I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours.